All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect on the highways and hedges pushing the truth. It's your brother Rabbi Knapp coming out with a lesson, Lord's will, edifying. I was just watching a video with the beloved brothers out there in Baltimore, man, and they were going into having pretty much, you know, when you're doing your research, you're not going to have the ability to find out all the things that we go into, like, you know, the Western Roman Empire and how Jake was ruling in the medieval Dark Ages. A lot of this knowledge is hidden. Okay, a lot of this knowledge isn't for us to actually have. We're gonna be living by faith, man. Okay. Let me grab this precept real quick. I'm gonna pull this out in a minute. It's in the book of Sirach. I think it's, yep. It's the book of Sirach 21 and 15. I'll start here. It says, if a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm commending the word that they were given. And add unto it. So that's what I'm going to use that lesson as a way to propel this lesson. But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back. So we're not doing that, man. We want to be able to, edify the church. This is what it's all about. All right? So you're not going to be able to find all these things, You got to be living by faith. Habakkuk chapter 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. Okay, just like a tower in Jerusalem, watching, looking to see where the enemies are. That's what we're doing in the spirit. But this time we're watching through we're lining things up with the prophecies that are supposed to happen in the Bible. You read Joel, the 2nd chapter, it goes into him sending off the northern army. We know that's talking about the America. You read Jeremiah, the 50th chapter. It tells you that the least of the flock shall draw them out. That's where they're going, man. They're going to go fight this war that Amalek's starting up over there in the Middle East. All right? And then after that, that's World War III right there, man. So we're looking for things like that, things that align with the prophecy saying. That's what we're standing upon our watch. That's what we're watching, seeing what these heathen are doing. So we know how close the Lord's coming back to destroy Babylon and redeem his elect. And I will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it a plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. And it's already been written. We're just making it plain. Okay? And we're just making it simple as possible, man, so you can understand it and you can run that readeth it. Right now, I'm like Paul Revere. Okay? Running through Revere, Massachusetts, warning everybody that the British is coming, but through the spirit, I'm searching Jerusalem. I'm running through Jerusalem, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and I'm letting you know, hey, the sword's coming, man. Ultimately, it's Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So these visions, these prophecies, what we're saying, everything that's written, that's plain, hey, we're waiting for it. It's not going to tarry. It's not going to take forever. It's coming, man. It's been coming. His fall came when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, man. Okay, and that was over 2,000 years ago. Hey, but we're still out here prophesying because this is how the Lord speaks, man. This is how he speaks to his people, man, through his prophets. Okay? Let me grab this in the book of Hosea. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 12, and verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets. This is how the Lord speaks through his prophets. And I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. And that's them making it plain upon table. He speaks by his prophets, man. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, Prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, evil, and of pestilence. And that's the only thing that's coming here, man. The same thing that the prophets were prophesying about before. War, evil, and pestilence. Evil meaning bad times. Nothing good's coming to this place, man. It might sound good. Donald Duck just made an agreement with the UK to get some type of mineral deal, or not mineral, but some type of deal he's doing with the tariffs with them. But who gives a fuck about the tariffs? We don't get a bunch of shit from the UK. Scriptures call that the bottomless pit. So you working out a deal with the bottomless pit, man. Hey, man, that's vanity. Now, work out a deal with Africa. Now, they trying to work deals out with the Chinese and your enemies, man. Okay? They're tired of you rape, robbing, and murdering and pillaging their country, stealing their resources. Because that's what he survives off of, rape, rob, and murder. Okay, I found something on X. It was basically saying that Russia's sitting on 75 trillion on minerals. Resources, man. It's a rich land. They don't need to go rob everybody like Europe. So it would be in their best interest as European nations in America to go up against them, because they have way more people and less to go around. But they're coming up against something that's prophesied to destroy them. According to Isaiah, the 13th chapter. Let me grab it out the Bible. So they ain't going, this thief is ready for you, Esau. The Lord brought you to the border. There's only so much you could do before you actually got to fight. These vain threats you have with these nations, that's just coming to an end. They calling your bluff, man. They just had a Victory Day parade. Over 27 million Russians and 29 different world leaders went to go celebrate with Vladimir Putin. I thought America won the World War II. Why aren't they coming over here thanking Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, Donald Duck, for how great of an accomplishment he created in the 1940-something, man? Because these are all lies, man. Just like the rest of these lies, he teaches you that you ain't shit pretty much. You're just a Negro. You just came from Africa. Then you look at the fucking Africans. They don't even know how to open up a Coca-Cola. They're over there biting out the back of it, acting like damn heathens. Jake ain't nothing like those damn Hamites over there. It's the book of Isaiah 13 and 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. The Medes are the Russians, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. That's why they're setting up the BRICS. They're not caring about your money. Their money's backed by gold. Their money's better than yours. Right now, what are you trying to get into? Esau's trying to turn your money into a digital currency. You're going to have Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, he just said yesterday, you should invest in some stocks. So that might mean the stock market might go up for a little bit, but we all know inevitably it's going to crash. It's going to be a short-lived gain, and then it's going to fall. Okay? Where is that at? Zechariah chapter 11. And where is it at? Or is it Zechariah? Grab this. Hagi Maktesh, man. That's what's going on. This shit's gonna crash, man. I can't even think of the precept right now, but that's what it is. Zechariah 11. I gotta grab it on my phone. All that shit's gonna crash, man. All his shit. And we wanted to crash. It's Zephaniah 1 and 11. Zephaniah 1 and 11. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. So that's what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, I should have started at 10. Zephaniah 1 and 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. And that's what it is, man. You start looking at the stock market as hills, right? It goes up and down, but it's going to be a crashing. It's going to be a great fall, great depression, great recession, whatever you want to call it, man. And the fish gate is where you sell your goods, man. The modern day fish gate is on the New York Stock Exchange, but now it's digital. So a lot of people, they online trading and selling. Your ports. Hey, that's the Mactesh, man. That's the fish gate, man. All these different goods coming from these different countries, and that's what that's talking about. Okay, but that shit there's already starting to be a howling. There's people already trying to store up shit. They see what's going on. It's not on the news yet. There was a news article about a month ago. They were talking about that, and the guy said, I don't know how much of a panic there is now, but I see one coming in the future, and that was a month ago, man. And people on TikTok are doing videos about how people are running and grabbing shit right now, and nobody's really saying anything about it. At least Europe warned their people a couple months ago, hey, you better store up 3 weeks of goods. Nothing happened over there. There was a blackout, and that was quickly changed. So what were they warning them about? At least they got the warning. Okay, they don't know exactly what's going to happen. Right now, there's a ceasefire over there. And Zelensky right now, he's asking about another 30 days. Why the hell would he want to do that? You didn't see the artillery that Russia has, man? Different drones, different missiles, tanks. They have the Satan II missile. That's your destruction. That's the Lord showing you his armory. Okay, that's Esau's destruction, man. And the more and more we start reading these scriptures, and the more we get better with these scriptures, we start to see more clear what these are talking about, man. Because the words it's constantly evolving, okay? You can't be breaking it down like it was 10 years ago. There's more shit that's going on right now. More technology is going out. The sword's furbished, okay? You don't see these robots coming out here now? Boston Dynamics, that's all scriptural. Tesla, that's all scriptural. That's that sword being furbished for sword slaughter for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, ultimately everybody. Jeremiah 50:25, the Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. The land of the Chaldeans is talking about America, okay? And this is just Israelite 101. This is what you should know, okay? But when you come into this thing, it sounds like you're going to be, it's hard to prove a lot of these things, man. It's hard to prove when he's covered the faces of the judges thereof, according to Job 9:24. It's hard to prove that. Habakkuk 2:4, behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. So the righteous, the elect, they're going to be living by faith. So these things are plain unto us, man. That he's reversed everything, that he's just a damn liar. And that is what he is, man. That lines up. He said his soul's not lifted up. It's not upright. Okay, we know he's the serpent that's in the garden. Okay? The same spirit that was in the serpent, that's the same spirit that's in Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Genesis 3. And in verse 13, and the Lord Yahweh power said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. So this is Esau beguiling Eve. Or not Esau, the serpent. Okay, that same spirit that's in Esau, I should say. And the Lord Yahweh power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Yeah, upon thy belly, man. He's not upright, man. Just like what Habakkuk's telling you, man. He's telling you through the spirit, he's the devil. Habakkuk 2:4, behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. So the Lord cursed him. It's a curse for him in order to be, he's not righteous. Okay, he's crooked. But the just shall live by his faith, and the just of the elect of Israel. They're going to live by the faith, man. They can see through this devil's enchantments, these lies, man. We're trying to make it plain upon table, but it's not. This word's not for everybody. Habakkuk 2 and 5, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. This is a transgression, okay? He's lying, he's deceiving you, okay? Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Malachi 1 and 4. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. The main judge he's talking about is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The letter J was created in 1524. The image that you worship is a false image of Caesar Borgia, okay? The illegitimate son of I forgot the Pope's name. Okay. Alexander the Sixth, I forgot his name. He's the sixth Pope, something like that, man. Look it up. Job 9 and 24, if not, where and who is he? If it's not the so-called white man, who is it? He did it during the Maccabean period also, where he thought to change the likeness of our images. And that's what he did during the Renaissance period. So it's a lot of these lies and enchantments, you're not going to know it. Okay? Habakkuk 2 and 5, he is a proud man. Pride cometh before destruction. He's proud because everyone actually believes the lies that he's committed throughout all the earth. Okay? He's a liar. Neither keepeth at home. Yeah, the scriptures call Cain, because the same spirit that was in the serpent is in Cain, and now it's in Esau. Okay? And it said he's going to be a fugitive and a vagabond, and that's what he is. He's in everybody else's land except for himself, and he's a fugitive because he's running from the judgments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. We read one of them that he was going to pay, not being upright. That's a curse that we clearly still see he's suffering from, because he's still not upright. He's still on his belly every day. And we're warning you about that, because a snake's going to do what a snake does. That's going to bite you, man. Okay? Habakkuk 2 and 5, and cannot be satisfied. So he's going to continue to do what he's been doing. Robbing, stealing, rape, robbing, and murdering. But it's going to finally come to a point where he's going to try to test the beast, or the bear, and the bear going to bite his ass. The bear going to put his ass to death. And that's Russia. And these other heathen nations. Okay, they're all going to come together. They're all going to get under that banner of Russia. Okay, and they're going to fight up against this whore, which is America. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what America is. It's a melting pot of multiple people. Okay, everybody want to come here because they've been deceived. They drank of the wine. Revelation 17 and 17, for the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill, Salakia. Revelation 17 and verse 15, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And that's what you see, peoples and multitudes, different nations and different languages. All here in Babylon. Now there's other areas, but not at other places in the earth where it's diverse, but nowhere to the extent that America is. Nowhere in the world does everybody want to come and mix all under the banner of prosperity, of democracy, of equality. Okay? This is the place. This is where it all started at, man. Habakkuk 2 and 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay? Yeah, you lading yourself with thick clay, man. You going into debt. And ultimately, he's going to transfer that debt on the people, and you owe this debt. It's your fault. Not his fault for mismanaging your taxpaying dollars to bring down this deficit with these other places. And instead of doing that, he takes that money and he invests it in things like sanctuary cities and shit like that, man. Fully putting more people into your country and then putting more pressure on the system. He wasn't worried about the debt. They never was worried about the debt because this place wasn't created to survive. It was created to last a period of time and then ultimately be destroyed. That's what America is, man. They call it the American experiment. Well, the experiment's almost over. Yahweh Shai is showing you that, hey man, it's better to do it the way I had it. It was all good in the beginning. Okay? You said it was good. All this devil can do is deteriorate that and make it look good. He makes death look pleasant, man. He makes it sound good. Listen, I'm gonna heal you from that, you know, telling you these sweet nothings. Meanwhile, you got, you know, you stage 5 in the cancer process, man. There's no coming back from it because they call it a physician of no value. That's Esau Edom. So how can he bring life when he's deaf? He can't. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 51 in verse, is it 51? Maybe it's 50. I can't even find it. Might be 49. No. I can't even find it. Jeremiah 49:7, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, is his wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Yeah, so you think these things that you're doing are going to bring prosperity? How is that possible when you're going up against the pretty much, you can pretty much say Russia's the number one. And you number 2 with China. Okay? Is there no more wisdom in Teman? You set up Duck. I guess he, according to his genealogy, I guess he's a German. That's what Teman is. The wise men of Edom, man. Teman are those Germans. They're the smartest and brightest out of Esau's nation. And the Lord created the Smith through Germany, man. The ones who created the thermonuclear missiles. That's what they're smart for creating the biggest, they can do the most destruction. They call that smart. Okay, the wisdom of this world is foolish. Show me how to save a world instead of showing me how you can destroy it. And the only way you can save that world is by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And he can't even do that. And the Lord's going to show you that even the damn Germans are fucking foolish. But they're wise in this world. They understand the sciences, the Lord, but all of it is false, man. It's false. The Lord just gave it to them for a little while so they can destroy themselves. They're going to fall on their own sword. Okay? So their wisdom is vanishing, man. Habakkuk chapter 2, in verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of that and all that dwell therein. Yeah, the violence of this bloody man Esau. You're gonna pay for it. Okay, he think he got away scot clean, but no, you're a fugitive and a vagabond. You running from the judgment. He's everywhere in the world except for Edom. Go back to your land. That's his inheritance. He's outside of his land, and he caused everyone else to come outside of their land too. He's the author of confusion. All right, he's the God of this world. And that's why you can't come out of those chains of darkness, man. I mean, not the chains of darkness, these lies that he got set up, man. There's no way to come out of it unless the Lord's dealing with you. Ultimately, you need the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the Holy Spirit. So you can know all things pertaining to the scriptures. And he'll open your eyes to what you need to know. Okay? Habakkuk chapter 2. In verse 8, because verse 9, woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Yeah, you setting your nest on high, man. You think you're going to be delivered from the power of evil? It's not going to happen. Obadiah tells you that the Lord's going to bring you down. Habakkuk 2 and 10, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and has sinned against thy soul. Is that you sinned against your soul, man, by doing that. Especially killing the Israelites. You got to be out of your mind, man. Don't you see what happened in Cincinnati? You kill somebody's child, man, someone's going to hurt you. Okay? They're going to be seeking vengeance. Ultimately, that's just the spirit that's out there, man. The spirit of Jacob. The Lord's rousing them up. Okay? For a long time, Esau just gets away with murder. And the whole world just expects him to keep getting away with it. Especially against the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. When a Negro, Latino, or Native American get put to death in this world, nobody cares. Well, guess what? That's going to be the same for you, Esau. The same thing's going to happen to you. You're a prelude to your own destruction. Look at the irony of that. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 10, verse 11, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Exactly, man. The stones are crying out of the wall. That's the elect of Israel. Okay? They crying out, man. Habakkuk 2, and that's Jerusalem. The nation of Israel. The elect are Israelites. You have to be, it's a prerequisite for you to get this word, man. You got to be Jake. This word's not for the rest of the heathens, man. Lord created 18 nations, and only one of them is this Bible for. Everybody in this book, all the books are written by, not everybody in the book, but all the books are written by Israelites, inspired by the Most High. All right? He put his breath in his servants, the prophets. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12, woe to him that buildeth the town with blood and establish the city by iniquity. Okay, and that's what you did. How did he build up America? He established the town by iniquity. Babylon's like a town, man. A big city. Okay? That's what he did. He established this on iniquity, sin, false agreements, false, treaties and things like that. Chemical warfare. Rape, rob, murdered. And that's how this place was established. And then you want to make this place clean, you can't do it, man. Job, the 14th chapter tells you that, man. You can't make a clean thing out of an unclean. Okay? If it's not built on righteousness, hey, it's going to be destroyed. It's the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 in verse 13. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. Let me read that in the NLT. Habakkuk 2 and 13. In the NLT, man. Habakkuk 2 and 13 in the NLT. Has not the Lord of heaven's armies promised that the wealth of nations will turn to ashes? They work so hard, but all in vain. Exactly, man. Because none of it belongs to you. All of this was created for the nation of Israel. Right now, Esau is living his blessing. He got the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. We're going to have the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven after him. Not Moab, the so-called Chinese man. Not Russia, the so-called, he's an Edomite too. Now all these heathen nations are coming down, man. Okay, all of them. that in what's that? Zephaniah 2:11, the Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth, and men that shall worship him, every one from his place, even all the idols of the heathen. Yeah, he gonna show you, man. You gonna be worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the true God of Israel. Zechariah 1:15, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Yeah, you were licking our wounds, man. You participated in the oppression of the Israelites. So you're gonna pay too. You're gonna pay the price of slavery. But you're not gonna pay the ultimate price that Esau is gonna have to fulfill in Obadiah 1 in I believe it's 18. Okay, that's your lot. That's Esau's lot. That's his for himself, man. And he's gonna earn it. The Lord's not unrighteous to do this. He has to earn this destruction. Obadiah verse 18, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. Yeah, Jacob, Joseph represents the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Okay, that's split after King Solomon. All right? They're going to put fire to Esau's ass in the kingdom to come. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken it. Okay, so there's not going to be any remaining in the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken it. Okay, so it is what it is, man. You ain't gotta like Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, we didn't like going through the curses, but we went through them, right? Hey, the same thing gonna happen to Esau. He got to drink of that cup. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. That's why they're preparing for war. They think they got the raw end of the deal. Because he let some of y'all prosper, but they tired of this damn devil, man. They're tired of this damn devil. They're tired of their people coming up protesting against their ass. Look at what's going on here. They don't want that shit in their countries, man. Get yourself in order. They don't want their women out of order. By the time you get with a woman, she slept with 500 different men. That's a damn harlot, a prostitute. Okay? Damn Edomite looking out a window, man. You a damn bed wench. That's what they are. Now the bed wench is above the you Israelite women. It's all backwards. Now Jake rather be treat the bed wench like the wife and treat the wife like a bed wench. It's backwards, man. This whole earth is upside down. And the Lord did it that way. Jeremiah 51:8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. Yeah, we're going to make America great again. We'll see. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heavens and is lifted up even to the skies. And Putin told y'all Russians to go back home. Don't you know he has some insider information about what he wants to do to this place? Everyone's worried about what his next move. Is he going to stop being the aggression in over there in Ukraine? Okay, how long can you come up against him until you finally fight back? Now they want to blame you for fighting back. This place is backwards, and people believe, the majority of people believe that this guy is he's in the wrong. So the propaganda works. But you don't understand, you have no knowledge. So you're subject to believe everything. The scriptures tell you the simple believe every word. Let me grab that. Psalms. I'm telling you, this damn app, man. Proverbs 14 and 15. Proverbs 14, verse 15. The simple believe every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his goings. So you got to be looking well into these things, man. Get a different perspective, man, because your government ain't telling you the 100% truth, man. Why would they? It's not in their interest for you to know the truth. It's in their interest for you to believe a lie and not panic and be in comfort while they feed you with bread and circus and have a bunch, as long as everything's going well, hey, man, you should have nothing to complain about. But if you're complacent with what's going on with this devil, man, then you're not part of the elect. Now the elect, they're going to be speaking up. This is who the Lord's going to be saving in these last days. You got to make your calling an election sure while everyone's asleep, because they're dead. You're the lively stone. You woke up. There's a movie, I think, Ultra, something like that. They woke out of their pods. That's the elect of Israel, man. They're trying to wake everybody else up, but hey, man, this is only for the elect, man. It's only for the elect. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 14, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And that's what he's doing, man. He's making you drunk with lies. Making you think that he is the Most High. Okay, you're drunk with that. You're drunk with Christianity and Catholicism, Islam, and all of these things. He mixed that up for you. The whole world's drunk with the madness. There's only one God, and it's the God of Israel. The God in the Holy Bible. Okay? But he got the whole world drunk. Isaiah 29:9, stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. Yeah, you staggering, man. You're drunk as shit. You don't know which way you're going. That's what he did with y'all, man. Giving you this false belief that y'all can vote and change your situation, man. That's a lie. Giving you false hope, illusions. The rule of the people, democracy, man. Okay? It's not, man. No, Amalek, we just read it in Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? That's talking about Esau, man. He's covered the faces of the judges. Okay? We're the real judges, man. We're supposed to be implementing the laws down here, man. Our laws are supposed to be followed. But no one's following the laws of the Bible, man. Okay? They're following this damn devil. And we're going to see, while you're not following those laws, hey, you're in the transgression. Okay? And you're going to have to pay for what you've done in the body. It is what it is. But the elect, they're going to be pardoned, man. They're going to be pardoned to be given their bodies as a living sacrifice down here in the earth, man. Putting off this earth, man. Arise, ye, and depart, for this is not your rest. Those destroy you, man. That's what we're doing. We're departing spiritually, mentally, because we understand we have the Comforter with us. We understand this place is going to be destroyed. We can't be fully given over to this. We're coming out of that wine we were drinking all this time, man. You're programmed that way. You went to school, you come out, and for what? People leave their country, come here to be engineers and shit like that. They don't go back home to build their country. They come here as slaves to build up this country. For what? It's going to all be destroyed. You see no value going home, but hey, you got a better chance of survival if you're not an Israelite in your homeland. This is a warning to you heathen that's out there, man. You come across these videos. It's better to go home. This false hope, going to school, spending the arm and a leg, putting your family in great debt so you can get a piece of paper, that shit's coming to an end. That shit's a wrap, man. That's why people are in the low state that they're in. That's why most of our women, they're fucking stupid, man. They're dumb as shit. You meet a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, they're fucking dumb. Because they're fully given over to this damn devil. Reprobates, man. Except for the elect lady. Okay, there's some elect women out there. But not every woman is of the elect, man. There's very few women that are going to understand what's in this Bible. Okay? Very few. It's the book of Revelation. Chapter 12. In verse 10, and I heard a loud voice saying, in heaven now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our heavenly Father day and night. That's what he's created to do, man. He's the devil. The devil means the deceiver. He's deceived you into thinking this is the way to go. And then as you're going the wrong way, he's telling the heavenly Father to destroy you, man. That's part of this wine. That's why he wants you to drink the wine. That's why he wants you to drink that wine. Let's look at this word, salvation. Deliverance, preservation, safety, salvation. Deliverance from the molestation of enemies. Exactly, man. Deliver from them. You haven't been delivered from them. You got kidnapped supposedly from Africa and you still here. How are you delivered? How are you delivered? You still get put to death in the streets. You still have to go through the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. How are you delivered? How are you delivered? You're not. Okay, and the word for salvation.
Strong's G 4991. Soteria.
Soteria. Okay? In an ethical sense, that which concludes to the soul's safety and salvation. And we need to get changed from these bodies so we can never go off again and suffer the curses in Deuteronomy 28, 16 to 68. Salvation as the present possession of all true Christians. Salvation as the present possession. You don't possess salvation. Fools, man. Future salvation, exactly. Because a lot of Christians, y'all think y'all can get dunked in water and you think you're saved. Let's see if you're going to get saved from these thermonuclear missiles that are coming. Or maybe this deal that Donald Duck did with UK Prime Minister Starmer. Ain't nobody, there's nothing in fucking the UK, man. Fuck the UK. Ain't got nothing for y'all. Ain't got shit. Not the shit that you need. When was the last time you bought something from the UK that made in the UK that you needed? Come on. The fuck do they mass produce? They steal everything. They stole from everybody. No tariffs on them. They don't fucking have nothing. Excuse my language. It says, future salvation, the sum of benefits and blessings which the Christians redeemed from all earthly ills will enjoy at the visible return of the anointed one from heaven in the consummated and eternal kingdom of God. Man, I don't know it. It's deliverance from your enemies. That's what salvation is, man. And these Christians that it's talking about in the book of Acts 11, in verse 26, it says, and when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch, and it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. Exactly. So they were called Christians first in Antioch. And in these days came prophets from Jerusalem unto Antioch. And there stood up one of them named Agabus, and signified by the Spirit that there should be great dearth throughout all the world, which came to pass in the days of Claudius Caesar. Then the disciples, every man according to his ability, determined to send relief unto the brethren which dwelt in Judea, which also they did, and sent into the elders by the hands of Barnabas and Saul. So these Christians ain't talking about you modern day Christians, man. Okay? They ain't talking about y'all. Y'all don't follow Yahushua, man. You don't follow his doctrine. You think you ain't got to keep the laws, even though you claim that you believe in what the Bible says. He says, not one jot and one tittle shall pass away from the law. It's the book of Acts 13:1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger. So there was Christians called nigger. Okay? Nigger just means black, you stupid ass African Americans. Okay? You are a bunch of niggers if you believe so. That's what they were called in Antioch, the Christians. All right? And Lucius the Cyrene and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. Okay, so you need to know that. But most of you don't. Why? Because it's not given to you. Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And then we're giving you a shameful spewing right now with these scriptures by calling you who you are according to the Bible, an Edomite. It don't get more shameful than that. You rape, rob, murder, steal, and you got destruction coming to you, and you're going to be utterly destroyed. So everything you build, the Lord said He's going to throw down, you're going to be destroyed. You literally the devil that the Bible speaks about. No one likes the devil, man. All of y'all Christians want to be saved from the devil, right? Well, the devil's here. He's Esau. The Edomites, man. And you're not repenting, all right? You're not coming into the true will of the Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You're not coming into the truth. You're rejecting it. You're you're being the scorner. Okay? And Salakia, I wanted to get into the talking about when you come into this truth. But that's how the spirit be, man. Sometimes you just gotta come out here. The Lord, hey, he gonna say what he wants to be said out here, man. This ain't my word. It's not my will. Okay? You're just gonna be in your lot. Whatever your lot is, hey, that's what you're gonna be doing. It is what it is. All right. But let's try to get up in there. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. Because I was watching the brothers at Baltimore, man, and that was a good point. That's one thing, you come in here and you try to learn everything you can know to try to persuade others, but ultimately it has to be by your faith, man. It says the just shall live by faith in Habakkuk the 2nd chapter. Okay, so that's what's gonna guide you through all this knowledge. Ecclesiastes 12:12, and further by these my son be admonished, meaning be warned. Of making many books there is no end. Yeah, you might try to look for this. Oh, hold on, let's see. The Eastern Roman Empire, how can I prove that they were black, man? Let me go back. Let me just paint their images. They didn't just cover the faces, meaning the color. No, they changed it all up, man. They put their faces up, just like Mount Rushmore, man. Gad had their faces up there, man. They knocked those faces down, that's them covering it up. Ecclesiastes 12:12. And much study is awareness of the flesh. Yeah, much study is awareness of the flesh, man. It's better to just learn what was given to us, man. Learn the New Testament, Old Testament, read the Apocrypha. There's a lot in there, man. There's a lot to understand in that. That's going to take some time to digest. But make sure you eat the whole roll, man. Eat that whole roll. Matter of fact, let's go get that. Revelation chapter 10, in verse 8, and the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again and said, Go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And that's these scriptures, man. Okay, it's sweet to know that you're Israel, salvation's coming to you. There's a kingdom coming, everlasting rulership and spiritual power. All the heathen bringing their resources to you. That's sweet. But the bitter part of it is that you got to go through these tribulations. You got to stand stiffly for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And you can't drop the plow or you're going to get put to death. Hey, that's bitter to some. Why? Because these afflictions are coming. You might lose your family, your kids, your wife, your house, your life coming into this truth. And you can't have one foot in and one foot out. You got to serve the Lord if that's your lot. Ultimately, you got to believe. But I was just thinking about that because even Paul, he was persecuting the church, and look how the Lord did that. So some of us are going to get persecuted. And guess what? When Stephen died, guess what? More believers came, man. You here to do the will of the Lord. So let his will be done. Revelation 10:10, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey, and as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. So he needs to be prophesying. Okay? John the Revelator, back in the flesh, man. Prophesying the downfall of Esau Edom. Like this is all, the spirits of the prophets is subject to the prophets, man. So that's what you got to do. So these many books, it can make you weary. Learn the KJV, learn it, man. Go into the Hebrew, learn it. Let me grab this in 1 Corinthians 14:32. 1 Corinthians 14:32, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. That's what he means by you're going to come back and prophesy to kings and all of that, man. That's what you're going to be doing, if that's your lot. Okay? But you're going to be having to live by faith, man, to come to the conclusion of all this knowledge, the Renaissance period, and the effects of that on the people today. Sirach 3:19, many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. Exactly. Many are in high place and renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. That's the elect. For the power of the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly. So the lowly. Okay, the scriptures tell you that not many wise, not many noble are called, man. Roughly paraphrasing. So not many people who are renowned in this world are going to be doing the work of the Lord. So count yourself blessed when you are doing the work of the Lord. Sirach 3:21, seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. Exactly. Don't search all of that, man. Those many books, man. Stay in the scriptures, man. You know, the Lord gave you your portion, your measurement of the spirit. So some of these things you might not fully understand, but you know, Lord's will, that's not a stumbling block to you. Eat this roll first. That's what's most important, this roll, man. Understanding who you are according to the Bible, man. Getting into the history of your own people. The Lord gave you some knowledge before you came into this truth. And the scriptures are just a filtration to help guide you through with the Lord's will. Okay? He'll teach you all these things. Sirach 3:22, but what is commanded thee, Salaki, but what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence, Yeah, it's commanded to keep the law. That's the whole duty of man. For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret. Yeah, it's not needful for you. The Lord kept it like that because we got to live by our faith. The just shall live by their faith. Then this is what they were going into. Okay? The just shall live by their faith, man. So you got to, and faith is a gift. And through the Spirit, you can see that these things are true because this is the fucking devil. And that this place is upside down. That alone should reveal something to you. But it's ultimately the Spirit. There's not going to be any proof that you can have some paperwork. You can go back and there's some documentary about the Igbo tribes and sickle cell anemia. Okay? But that's carnal. Okay? No, you need to live by faith, man. Sirach 3:23, be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are showed unto thee than men understand. Yeah, most of the people don't even understand what the Lord looks like. They don't understand Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. You should go to the want of your enemies for all things. Rabbis don't even understand that. They own shit talking about they going to the want of their enemies of all things. It's not true. You don't fit the curses, man. You're not the people. All right? You own all these different... Come on, man. Look it up. You saw what Kanye West was talking about. Look it up, man. Even now he's talking about Hail Hitler and all this bullshit because he's a bug out. Ultimately, he sold his soul to the devil, man. So he had this... Candace Owens brought that recently back up. How he had a damn somebody pretty much drugging his ass. Some Canadian or something like that. I forgot all about that shit. So Esau knows when you getting out of line, he has ways to get you, man. And the Lord will allow him to do it because ultimately you've been rejected. You outside of the hedge. That's his consolation, to receive for a season riches on this side and to be ultimately destroyed. And that's what you start to see, the fall of West, man. He can't even see his kids. His kids gonna be bugged out too. His daughter probably gonna be a damn acting like a boy, tomboy spirit. That's what these celebrities want, man. Their kids, they turn opposite sex. Esau fucks them up, trying to be part of Esau's world, man. Okay? Just look more dead and dead. He comes out head covered, wearing all black. His girl's ass naked. The shit he speaks is just blasphemy. He calls himself the Most High. So, hey, you're gonna receive your due reward. Ecclesiastes 3:24, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and in evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. Yeah, man. You got vain opinions. Well, I think that this means that. Okay. All right. Hey, at least we told you. The blood's off of our hands. We told you the truth. You don't want to receive it. Hey, the Lord, ultimately, Jeremiah 6:30. You've been rejected. Reprobate, silver shall men call them. That's what you are. Counterfeit. It's the book of Ecclesiastes 3:25. Without eyes thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge, therefore, that thou hast not. Yeah, don't profess something you don't know. Nah, man, you're a lie. You believe that there was Pastor Hart did a video on it. They were going to Vocab Malone to justify polygamy. Who the fuck is Vocab, man? And that's what's wrong with you people, and that's why you're going to be destroyed. Because you don't have any faith. Sirach 3:26. A stubborn heart shall fare evil at the last, and he that loveth danger shall perish therein. And that's what's going to happen to you. Okay? I might as well finish this up. An obstinate heart shall be laden with sorrows, and the wicked man shall heap sin upon sin. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to stay in your iniquity by not receiving the truth. In the punishment of the proud there is no remedy, for the plant of wickedness have taken root in him. The heart of the prudent will understand the parable, and an attentive ear is the desire of a wise man. Yeah, you got to have an attentive ear. You got to pay attention to what we're saying here, man. Water will quench a flame of fire, and alms maketh an atonement for sins. And this is an atonement for sins, man. Okay, coming out here preaching to your people, even if whether they're here for beer, man, maybe nobody might hear you, but hey, it is what it is. And he that requireth good turns is mindful of that which may come hereafter. And when he falleth, he shall find a stay. All right. So you got to receive this, man. A righteous man falleth several times, man, but he gonna get back up. But the wicked, man, you gonna fall to your own destruction. John 16:13, howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. So that's Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. You need the Spirit. You need it, man. 1 John chapter 2 and verse 20, but ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. Exactly, you know all things. That unction is this anointing, it's the Holy Spirit. 1 John 2 and 27, but the anointing which ye have received of him abideth in you, and ye need not that any man teach you, but as the same anointing teacheth you of all things, and is truth, and is no lie, and even as it have taught you, ye shall abide in him. So the truth is going to keep you abiding in this truth, man. Because we know it's like a prison in your mind. Not having this truth. You're welcome. You know, not having this truth. It's the truth that's going to make you free, man. And then you can serve the Lord. You won't have the fear of this world on you, man. Worried about what people think about you, all that shit, man. Oh, is he going to kill me? Hey, man, you dying every day. It's up for the Lord. The Lord belongeth to issues from death, man. It's all Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. But you got to live by this faith. You need the Spirit. It's the book of Hebrews. We got a couple more precepts and I'm out of here. Chapter 6 and verse 9, but beloved, we are persuaded better things of you, and things that accompany salvation, though we thus speak, in things that accompany salvation. Okay, things about the Western Roman Empire. Hey, man, that it is what it is, man. In the Eastern Roman Empire, in the Dark Ages, okay, whatever, man. Okay, but what really matters is if the Spirit's dealing with you. If the Spirit's not dealing with you, you ain't gonna have no truth, man. You're gonna be like everybody else. You're going to join the congregation of the dead, according to Proverbs 21 and 16. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And that's what some of us are appointed to do, to minister to the saints who are Israelites, who made a covenant with the Most High by sacrifice, according to Psalms 50 and 5. Okay, that only happened with the Israelites. Exodus the 24th chapter. And you're not being obedient like you said you were going to be. And we're reminding you of that covenant that you made so you can repent, meaning turn back to the Lord. Hebrews 6 and 11, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. Yeah, you got that hope, man. Unto the end. Faith. Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Yeah, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith and hope are synonymous with one another. Hebrews 11 and 6, but without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And that's our hope, that he's going to reward us with salvation, because we're diligently seeking him. Okay? But it's impossible to please him without that hope. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 9. For we know in part and we prophesy in part. Yeah, we know in part and prophesy in part because the Lord's revealing new things every single day. the more you diligently seek the Lord, he'll reveal these things to you, man. It's important that you make your body a living sacrifice. Do what he told you to do, man. Go out on the highways and hedges. Okay? I'm constantly being refreshed. I'm constantly learning new things, man. We all got our different measure. But this is a sacrifice, man. And the Lord will reveal more and more to you. 1 Corinthians 13:10. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. That's pretty much it, man. I'll keep going and finish this off. When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Exactly, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay? That's what makes you a man. That's what King David told King Solomon, man. So you can prosper in your ways. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as I also am, I am known. Exactly. So the Lord, he's going to give you all wisdom and knowledge and understanding when in his return. Okay? Right now, we all got a certain measure, but hey, we're going to have more of an abundance when we get these new bodies. Okay? We're going to have this word written inside of us. 1 Corinthians 13:13. And now abideth faith, hope, charity. These three. But the greatest of these is charity. Exactly. Greatest of these is charity, man. Okay? And I believe that word charity in the Greek is agape.
Strong's G26. Agape. Agape.
Agape. And it says affection, goodwill, love, benevolence, brotherly love. And this is a brotherly love, man. This is how you show brotherly love, man. By teaching them and showing them by your good works, man. Of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. But I'm going to end it right there. Lord's will, that was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rechach, Quadash. Shalom, Abad, Babal, Kwam Yasharallah.